Hey all, welcome to ShareTrek. This is Raj here, and today I have an exciting new video on a therapy called AGT103T. This is coming from a company called American Gene Technologies. It's a private company, but guys, I think this video should be of great interest to you as investors, as well as for those people who are focused on HIV cure, because I would be talking about their pipeline. AGT103-T has advanced well in their clinical trials, and we should expect results by the end of this year. And from all the things that I have read about this particular therapy so far, it seems like it's going to be a really good news at the end of the year. So please stay tuned. And this should be music to the ears of those people who are facing HIV themselves or through family and friends. So keep watching on this particular channel. I'm going to be bringing more information on this as and when it develops. Also, I'll have some information about potential price of the therapy if it gets approved, and also a potential IPO time horizon when the IPO might likely be coming in. So let's get started. Welcome back, friends. American Gene Technologies, or AGT as I would like to call it, is an American private company based in Maryland, and it was founded in 2008 by Jeffrey Galvin out here. Their latest funding round was Series E, and they have had a total funding of around $30.2 million US so far through 4 investors. The investors are Angels, 10x Capital, Alumni Ventures, and they also got funding from National Institute of Health of around $5 million. And our famous Dr. Redford, whom you see here, and you will recollect from CDC from the previous administration when COVID was raging, is advisor to the CEO, Jeff Galvin. Right now, AGT is working on a bunch of therapies, and the focus of today's presentation remains AGT103T for HIV. Let's look at their pipeline first, and then we'll continue talking about it. As you can see here in the pipeline, the most advanced therapy is AGT103-T for HIV that is in clinical trial. There are 2 other therapies. One is for phenylketonuria, an inherited ability to metabolize, inability to metabolize phenylalanine, and that causes brain and nerve damage if untreated, and their gamma delta T cell therapy for cancer, both of which are in the IND-enabling stage, are the other 2 therapies. Now let's focus on AGT103T and see how it works. Here is an illustration from AGT itself, and as we can see, all those people who are regulars to this channel, you will know from our other genomic companies where we have reviewed CAR-T programs. This chart resembles the CAR-T therapies from the other companies, where we have seen that the sample is taken from the patient, prepped and sent to the lab. T cells are extracted, modified, multiplied, quality control, and tested, and then infused back into the patient. That's exactly what happens here as well. And the prep takes somewhere around 11 days, and the entire cycle takes 12 days from start to finish, assuming perfect logistics. And with all the inter-job gaps that may happen, things are not always perfect in real life. So you can give or take 3 to 5 days. At the most, it's around a 15-day cycle, in my opinion. And it's pretty good at with the current state of play in all kind of therapies that we are looking at. And if you were to look at the current state of where this therapy is, check out their HIV program milestone charts, which I have put out here. In a relatively short time, from August 2020, when FDA cleared the clinical trials, the first participant in the trial was dosed on May 2021, and by July, it was clear that there was no safety or health concern. Then in December 2021, they had data to prove efficacy. Right now, the therapy should be in the analytical treatment interruption stage, where antiretroviral drugs would be withdrawn to see if the viral count surges back. We are expecting to get the results of this stage anytime before the end of this year. Friends, I have checked the FDA website before making this video, and as of now, there is no data uploaded from AGT to the FDA. I'll keep watching this space and get back to you as soon as some information appears, either on the FDA site or through press release from AGT. And be sure to put mark the notify button so that you can see the videos that come from me, and you can choose to watch the video as soon as it appears. That said, the market size for HIV is estimated to be worth around $15 billion at this point of time. Presently, there is no cure for HIV, and the treatments cost somewhere around $500,000 in the lifetime of an individual with HIV. And sometimes some of those individuals find that the treatment gives them really bad side effects. So with all that said, there is around 400,000 people suffering from HIV. And if this company succeeds with AGT103T, then not only will it be an intellectual property which is very valuable for AGT, but also for entire genomic industry. This is going to be a very valuable asset, and AGT will become a very valuable company indeed. They are contemplating an IPO next year, and we need to watch this company closely as it seems pretty promising. Looking at all the data that they have so far, it's looking very promising. Next, I would like to address the question of cost, because many of our viewers are investors in genomics who are looking at it from a financial perspective. And we also have a whole lot of new viewers who have joined us who are looking at this purely from the point of view of treatment, because either they or some of the people that they know have been affected by HIV and they're looking at a cure very eagerly. So the piece of information I'm going to give you is interesting to both the participants, because I'm going to talk to you about potential cost of this therapy. Of course, this is my personal opinion based on my analysis and my understanding of the industry. If the cost of a lifetime treatment for a person suffering from HIV is going to be $500,000, first off, let us take that as the ceiling beyond which a once and off cure should not go, because as it is $500,000 is very expensive. And if the cure is priced at above that, then many people are not going to take up this therapy, and the economies of scales that can be realized by a bulk manufacturer will be lost. And therefore, for the company itself, the profit margins will be less. So that said, let us assume $500,000 is going to be the ceiling. Then the question is, who are the people that can afford? There are many people who can afford this and they can just pay and get along with it. But there are a whole lot of people who cannot afford this. Now, I would like to draw upon the experience that we have had from similar expensive treatments from companies like Novartis and like genomic companies like Bluebird, which is something similar to what AGT is. It's a smaller company and it's got limited funding. And Bluebird, what they did was they tied up with the insurance company, and they also promised a 80% rebate if the patients were not in remission after 2 years of from 2 years since treatment. So those kind of deals could also happen, and patients could find it as a very attractive option. And also we could have government subsidizing this, because the cost to government is pretty high when people have HIV and it continues spreading in the community. So governments may decide to do a flat subsidy. That's also a good possibility. And also there are organizations like Bill and Melinda Gates Foundations who are very altruistic, and they're looking at genuinely removing all these diseases from the globe. They have a global perspective, not just US centric. And the way they are looking at it is that if we want to have a better life for humanity, then we have to curb all these diseases and prevent their spread and essentially decimate them. So I can definitely see Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation stepping in if they see there's a cure in AGT. I'm surprised that they're not already in here, but as soon as we have some promising clinical trials, I bet Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will come in and pump in some money and help them to come up with a cure and take them all the way through to monetization. And I think if Bill and Melinda Gates step in, they may potentially look at preventing this company from going into the IPO route, and rather fund most of the requirements, with the aim that when the cure comes up, they can start distributing it to cure people worldwide, instead of getting into a commercial situation where they'll have to negotiate. So those are all a lot of promising opportunities out there. So friends, I would again encourage you to press the notify button and subscribe, circulate this video if you have not yet done so. And let's get this going. I'll keep a watch and bring back to you the latest information. With that said, friends, I'd like to say bye. Please don't forget to press a like out there. It helps the channel. Thanks. Bye for now.